standing room only crowd filled the council chambers for the 2010 State of the County address delivered by Maui Mayor Charmaine Tavares.
Thank you all very much.
In her fourth State of the County address, Tavares expanded her dialogue on the TAT debate, challenging the state administration and the legislature to examine other sources of revenue before cutting the county share of income from the hotel room tax.
Taking the TAT revenue from the counties breaks a promise and shifts the tax burden of these costs from the visitors to the local residents.
Tavares said without the transient accommodation tax revenues, the county's shortfall will rise from $50 million to $70 million.
The visitors will continue to pay the taxes, but if the state takes back our share, then we will have an additional $20 million shortfall that will have to be made up somewhere. In one way or another, you, the community, are going to pay for this. So I challenge the state's administration and the legislature to first examine all other sources of state revenue, including the numerous state special funds, as well as the state's own taxing authority, rather than putting this burden on the backs of county taxpayers.
Fellow Mayor Mufi Hanneman agreed with Tavares, saying the counties, at the end of the day, are the key to the visitor industry.
Everyone knows that we are speaking with one voice. This is not a Honolulu-centric organization. This is not a Maui-centric organization. We're all in it together. We're all pitching to help each other. And the message to the legislature and to the rest of the community that they really need to see the wisdom of making sure that the counties can keep their portion of the hotel room tax. That is, in my opinion, the counties at the end of the day are really the key to a visitor industry successful strategy, because you can do all the marketing in the world, but if people don't feel that it's safe to visit Maui, the Big Island, Kauai, and Honolulu, they will not come. And that's what we do. We're the home of the first responders. We fix the infrastructure. We maintain the parks. You know, we're there 24/7. So that's a very important message that was said today in the State of the County speech by Mayor Tavares.
In addressing the county's economic climate, Tavares said she wants no part of the layoffs seen at the state level. She said the options are simple, a combination of raising revenues and cutting spending.
You know, once government itself becomes dysfunctional, then the community loses a basic framework of services that enable it to be a healthy, thriving place to live. And it could take years to recover from those kinds of drastic steps. How about furloughs? We don't have to speculate on what those impacts might be. We are seeing it now as the state struggles through its economic challenges. So what can we do? What are our options? Well, the options are simple to state. One, we can cut spending. Or two, we can raise revenue. Or three, we can work out a combination of the two.
I've always said this, people never want less services. They always want the same or they want more. The challenge is, how do you pay for all these services?
Tavares said there are things that can be done to help government cut costs that will save money, but will result in some inconvenience.
Things like adjusting to have your residential trash pickup once a week instead of twice. Adjusting to the closure of one or more of our swimming pools. Adjusting to shorter hours of service.
As for money options, Tavares said there are several.
What if we adjusted the tax rates so that the same amount of money or close to it could be generated? Should we increase fuel tax and the vehicle weight tax so we can keep our road resurfacing projects going? What if we ask bus riders to pay for the bus routes that are now free and pay more for the fixed bus routes? Should we charge a fee for optional program services?
When all is said and done, Tavares said there are consequences for every action taken or not taken.
The financial part of our government story is not rosy. We have got serious problems with balancing the needs and wants of our community with shrinking revenues. I will continue to work with our financial team to respond to the new economic reality our government is facing. We will make some of those hard choices as we continue to cut costs this year and as we put together the budget proposal for next fiscal year.
Looking ahead to the future, Tavares said the county's quest for energy independence through renewable energy resource development is one of the most important programs the county can pursue to ensure success in the future. Throughout the course of her address, Tavares compared the lessons learned to a game of football and the recent appearance of the underdog New Orleans Saints in the Super Bowl.
Have we been stopped short of the goal line? Will we gather our strength and confidence and move forward? We can. We will. We must.